In this world, we rely on our mobile devices, our home computers, and our social media, social networking. Have you ever thought if we decided to unplug and get rid of these gadgets and gizmos, then humanity will be restored? This concept is far-fetched because we're so connected to our gadgets and gizmos. The world is far too gone.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. My name is Danatronic. I hope you guys are having a good night. We're having a little late stream today, so hope you guys had a good day today. Today we're going to be doing some reactions, and then afterwards we'll head into the DAW and do some sound design. So super excited. There's some YouTube videos I need to catch up on that I haven't seen yet, so we're gonna react to those and then we'll do some sound design later. Right now, let's just jam out. Yeah, that track right there was called Cyber Rhythm from my latest EP, Gadgets and Gizmos, which I released last year. Actually, the first two tracks, actually all three tracks that I've played so far are from the EP, and it's in order. So the first track was Gadgets and Gizmos, the title track. Second track was Attention Seeker. The third track just now was Cyber Rhythm. And this next track is Corruption. It's my favorite part of the track. 1, 2, 3, go. That was Corruption from Gadgets and Gizmos. Should I play one more track? Like an unreleased, maybe? Maybe like an unreleased. Or actually, I won't play an unreleased, but I will play a remix that I did last year on SoundCloud. This one is Oliver's and Hannah Avison. Avison? I'm assuming that's how you say her last name. The track "Owe Me Love," but this is a remix I did last year. So. That's one of my favorite remixes I'd done last year. All right. Let's get into some of these reactions, man. So let's get into some of these reactions. Right now, we're on YouTube, and there's this video that piqued my interest earlier today, and this guy, he's going to show how he remade Avatar water effects in 100 hours. Eric does VFX. So let's check out what this is, man. Let's see what he got for us, man.
This is a computer-generated water simulation that took around 3 hours to simulate. And in this video, I'm gonna be doing a 1 minute, 1 hour, and lastly 100-hour water simulation to see how big of a difference time makes. So join me as I dive deep into computer-generated water. Back in the days, animated water had to be meticulously hand-drawn into movies. These talented artists would watch a lot of reference and do their best to make something that resembled reality. But since water is infinitely complex, they had to take some artistic shortcuts, and sometimes they would even just draw one frame and then move a rippled glass pane over the image to give the illusion of moving water. Genius. Then one day, in 1998, a movie that was worth inventing a whole new way of creating water was released. The one and only Ants. This was actually the first movie to ever use.
That's kind of cool. Wait. See, sometimes in VFX or just effects in general, and I do this a lot too because I do all my artworks for my music, and sometimes the shortcuts, like doing shortcuts, is like there are loopholes of getting final results of what you want, and it works. You know what I'm saying? It's not about how you do it. It's about how does it look in the final results. Just saying.
Computer simulated water, and the results are, well, decent. But over the next few years, talented artists were able to refine the tools used for both simulating and rendering the water, and only 6 years later, we could realistically destroy a whole city with water. Skip to today and we've come a long way. Now basic water simulations require just a few clicks on your computer thanks to great software. There are plenty to pick from here, including RealFlow, Maya Spyfrost, Houdini, and of course Blender, which has the awesome Flip Fluids plugin for some great results. However, one stands slightly taller than the rest in my opinion, and that is, of course, Houdini. I'll explain why Houdini is the obvious choice when it comes to water simulation in a second, but first, let's use it to create the 1 minute water
I've never heard of. Did he say Houdini? I've never heard of that one.
Simulation. Let's start the timer, and with just a minute, I really only have time to create the most basic water simulation, which consists of a water container, a water source, and gravity. I'll also add a blue color to the geometry, and our time is up. I'll give the computer 1 minute to simulate the water as well, which leaves us with this. I did a quick render and it really doesn't look that bad. You can clearly see that it's water, it's just a bit thick and blocky because of the low particle count. But being able to create something like this in a minute would have been unimaginable 20 years ago.
True.
So how exactly does computer-generated water work? Well, it consists of two things. Particles, like this gravel, and smoke. And if you combine them, you can actually simulate water. Let me explain how. The development of fluid animation techniques based on the Navier-Stokes equation began in 1996 when Nick Foster...
Are you reading Wikipedia?
Okay, in simpler terms, think of a water simulation as just a smoke simulation. Here's what a smoke simulation with gravity turned on looks like. And if you turn this into a mesh and apply a water shader, it kinda looks like water. This is because smoke simulations handle the pressure calculations that give water its look really well. However, the problem with a smoke simulation is that it's not really good at conserving mass. So if we take something that has no issues conserving mass, a particle, and push a bunch of them through the smoke sim, we now have a consistent amount of water from the particles and the look of water from the smoke. Just see how much better that looks. I'm slightly simplifying here, but this is basically how all water simulations are done nowadays. But why do water simulations take so long to simulate, especially for higher quality results? Particles are actually really quick to simulate. Here's 1 million of them, and this sim only took 5 seconds. Well, the culprit is the other half of our water simulation, The smoke simulation. Smoke is simulated using voxels, which is like a 3D grid of blocks. And in order to double the quality of the simulation, we need to add twice as many voxels in the x-axis, but also the y and the z-axis. Meaning, in order to get a simulation that is twice as good, we'd need 8 times as many voxels, making the simulation take 8 times longer. And for 4 times the quality, the simulation will roughly take 64 times as long. This is what makes high quality simulations take ages. So with all of this in mind, how good can we get a simulation to look with only 1 hour? Well, let's find out. I want to create something inspired by this scene in the Hunger Games, where black sludge floods an area. I especially like the part when it hits an edge and creates a big splash, so let's try to replicate that. Since it's gonna be almost impossible to make a full 3D scene look good in an hour, I'm gonna film a real plate and add the black sludge to it. After that awkwardness is done, I start by tracking the shot and then create 3D geometry matching the plate so the water can collide against it. Next up is the water sim, and I don't have time for anything too fancy here, so I use a sphere as an emitter and shoot a bunch of water towards the wall. I also add some viscosity to the simulation, which is like the thickness of the fluid. This, plus a black shader, gives it a bit more of a gooey look. I also create a wet map to mark where the ground should be black, and finally render it all out. I quickly composite the layers together, and it's done. Here's how it turned out. Not bad for an hour, but I wish I had more time so I could do a really high resolution simulation. Luckily, that won't be an issue for the 100-hour shot.
Here, deep in his cave, we see the VFX artist in his natural habitat. After days of observation, we were able to get a glimpse of this creature venturing out into nature, which is a rare sight. We don't yet understand why they do these weird motions in front of a camera, but with further research we hope to one day learn how this strange creature works. Suddenly, he quickly packs up, and we watch as the VFX artist returns to its sanctuary of screens and the subtle hum of the computer.
You probably think that I just blew my whole budget for that voiceover, but it was actually super cheap thanks to Motion Array's new AI voice.
I knew it was a ad.
So why is Houdini the best at water simulations? Personally, I'd say it comes down to 2 things, flexibility and customization. Houdini uses a node-based system, which means you're basically building your effect block by block, and you can at any point switch the inputs of your node tree, giving you a whole new effect. Houdini also offers complete customization. It doesn't just give you a button for water, but rather a toolset that allows you to build your own water simulation exactly how you want it. And if a node doesn't exist, you can just code it yourself using Houdini's own scripting language, Vex. All of this is why Houdini is the industry standard when it comes to making water and all other simulated effects in movies and TV shows. I've actually worked on quite a few shots involving water myself while working at a VFX studio. It was probably one of my favorite effects to create, since it was always so exciting to see how the water would turn out after hours or days of simulation. The only thing that kind of sucks is when you get a node to make the splash bigger and you have to wait 2 days in order to check if your adjustments worked. The simulation algorithm really is the boss. You want to know a crazy fact? The simulation data...
You know what's even crazy? Like, now I think about it. Creating water isn't really hard. It's just the wait time of waiting it. It's the wait time of it rendering and praying to God that the render came out exactly how you want it. And, I'm not the best at using Blender. I only know what to create on my own weird, unorthodox way. I'm no way, shape, or form an expert using Blender, but, you know, there are a lot of ways you can kind of get away with certain effects by just doing something impractical, but um water is one of those hard effects in terms of the render time. And I will say, if we didn't have like the add-ons that we do today, then it would probably be a lot harder to create water. But this is this is I wonder if we'll ever get to a point where VFX will become so, in terms of render time, like will we have computers that are so powerful, whether it's with AI technology, AI chips, whatever it is, will we have computers in the near future that's so powerful that you can render a like full 30-minute water scene, just water doing all kinds of movements, like whether it's splashing, waves, whirlpools, whatever you want to do, large bodies of waters like oceanic kind of bodies of waters, to like lakes, ponds, rivers, streams, whatever it is. Will we get to a point where we can render a 30-minute clip of any of those in like less than 5 minutes? It seems so far-fetched considering the physics about the physicality on the movement, the particles, and the volumetrics of water. Um, However, the fact that today technology has been so advanced to the point where we're able to see fast render times, even for just a short scene using water, it's incredible on its own. So now it's like, I feel like it's very possible to get to a point where water, smoke, or even like doing procedural clouds for sky, for creating like a sky scene or fog or whatever it is, anything that has to do with volumetrics and particles in general. I feel like we will get to a point where we'll be able to render out a full ocean doing all kinds of stuff in like 5 minutes. And if that's the case, because you got to think like volumetrics, smoke, vapor, anything like that, technically is like particles, but by the billions. Like if you can render 1 million particles easy nowadays with the right computer power, right? But volumetric smoke, vapor, anything of the sort, that's like billions and billions of particles. So that's like taking that times 100 by just 1 million particles. Take that times 100, right? Or 1,000 even. So that's like more work on the CPU to handle. So especially if you're dealing with volumetrics and then trying to make it look as high resolution as possible. That's the other thing. You can always simulate and render really quickly volumetrics that are um, low res. But if you want good quality, you can see every strand in the smoke of the volumetrics, then you're gonna have a lot of computing power. You're gonna need a lot of computing power, like a supercomputer at that point. But will we get to but I feel like in the near future we'll get to a point where we will have very fast render times. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Alone on the movie Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was over 10 petabytes.
That's 10,000 terabytes. And here's what 10,000 1 terabyte hard drives looks like.
It's just an insane number, and I would guess that a lot, if not most of that, is water simulation data. And the reason it takes up so much space is the same reason it takes so long to simulate. Voxels just take up a crazy amount of storage, and if one frame of the simulation has 1 billion voxels, which is pretty common, you have to multiply that with the frame rate, typically 24, and then by how many seconds the shot is. This is why water simulations take up so much space.
Considering this, it would be a fair assumption to think that simulating water in real time would be impossible. Well, that's actually not the case.
Liquigen is a software that allows you to simulate and render water in real time. It does this by using the GPU instead of the CPU for the calculations, plus a bunch of other optimization tricks. However, it's not as accurate as a CPU simulation, but still a really good option for smaller scale simulations.
And this wouldn't be a proper water simulation video if I didn't talk about the one movie that's pretty much all about water simulations.
Avatar: The Way of Water. This movie really pushed the boundaries of what's possible with current tech water simulation, and they nailed it. It is such a gorgeous movie with mind-blowing water shots. Because of this, I want to create my 100-hour water simulation shot inspired by this movie. Whales jumping out of water and landing with a magnificent splash is something I've always wanted to simulate, and in Avatar they have whales on steroids. Tulkuns. There are beautiful references from the movie showing these creatures jumping out of the water, and when I was looking for inspiration online, I found this stunning artwork by Dylan Cole that I knew I had to recreate. It can be a bit daunting starting on a shot like this from complete scratch.
I'm overwhelmed, sir.
But I'm just gonna take it one step at a time and see if we can make something resembling this. I start by buying a whale model online and animate it using both real whales and the movie as reference. And I make sure that the whale hits the pose that the reference artwork has. For its tentacles, I simulated them for the most natural looking result. And here's how the animation turned out. Next, I add a water surface and do a low resolution simulation to see how it looks. I then do a bunch of simulations, tweaking things every iteration, and this process takes forever since each sim takes around an hour before I can see if my adjustments work. Eventually though, I am happy with the results and send off a really high quality simulation for my computer to enjoy overnight.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
The next step is whitewater. This is all the white foam, bubbles, and spray which we simulate and render separately from the water for more control. For this, I need a lot of particles, so I split it into a few different sims to make it work. I then create an ocean surface and apply the same surface displacement to the main water simulation's edges as well, so it blends in perfectly with the rest of the ocean. And lastly, I render it, which took 40 hours. After all this work, we're left with this, but we're not done. I would say the environment around the water simulation is almost as important as the water itself. So using our reference as a guide, let's continue building out our scene. I render out some mountains for the background, add a sky, floating mountains, birds, and most importantly, some fog and clouds. And with that, plus a bunch of smaller tweaks, it's done. We've now completed all of our time challenge renders and hopefully learned a thing or two along the way. So without further ado, let's have a look at them all.
That one's pretty impressive, just for an hour. Wow. That's amazing.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the end of it. It ended like that? That's kind of crazy. that final shot.
This is a
That final shot is incredible. Like if we just kind of analyzed this. You can even see the sun rays, how it interacts with the sun rays, and the color grade is incredible. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. This is why I love motion graphics. Motion graphics is like something that's, I mean, if you know, you know. But the fact that you can like create some incredible looking scenes is beyond me. But okay, cool. The next video that I want to watch is Marquez Brownlee Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra review. Another thing I like is technology. I love keeping up with or up to date on what's going on in terms of like, I need to look at the camera, like what's going on in terms of like what's the new tech, new software, something with the hardware. Right now AI has been integrated in our phones, well, for a long time now, but it was like just very subtle. It went from like something like voice assistants with iPhone to now using things like, I don't want to say the name because my phone will activate, but and Bixby with Google, and at one point for Samsung it was Galaxy, but then that changed. So those are like a small scratch on the surface of what AI could do at the time. But now, ever since COVID happened, since like 2020, AI has been like the theme of everything. Like the theme of not just only in our phones, but it's in our like content creation. It's also been a theme for people who are creatives in music, film, whatever it is. Like AI has been the talk of the town for the last 4 years, almost 5 years now. And just how much it progressed from 2020 to now is insane. Like 2020, we had our first renditions of AR images, and then later we got like AI video, which sucked at first, but of course, it's the first gen of anything. But then every year it just got better and better and better, even to the point where we have companies releasing their AI models that it's like these AI models are improving every time when they release. The latest one I think I've seen was Google's VO2, and this AI model is incredible. Like it's it's something that it understands the physics of the world a bit better than AI models like Sora. I forgot which company produced Sora, but it can do it can do way better with that. So even to even understanding camera movement, like that's something that's just incredible. I really don't know what AI, like if you were to market AI as a whole to a field of whatever kind of occupation, it's like I generally am curious to what AI is, who's it really for? You know what I'm saying? Like what is AI really for? Is it for film? Is it for music? Is it for um just content creation? Where it's like it's a really niche market of technology, and it's like it doesn't really know where where it can go. Maybe AI is just for entertainment purposes only, you know? Like obviously AI in technology in terms of like incorporating it in our phones, even in our vehicles, um in future projects like using it for medical advancements, using it for science, or um um something to do with understanding space and our observable universe more. You know, it's definitely a tool that can help progress and help us understand a deeper meaning with our lives and the universe that we live in. But it's like it's where does it kind of fall into? But anyway, nowadays these phones that are coming out, AI is like the hot topic, you know. So let's see, man. Let's look at Marquez Brownlee Samsung Galaxy S5 Ultra review. Is the tables have turned. So
Us humans
let's see what we got here.
have the tendency to rely on visual changes to understand things, right? So it would be easy to see how you look at the brand new $1,299 S25 Ultra and think,
Wait. First of all, these phone prices is crazy. You know, that's another thing. There's going to be a point in time where phones are going to cost like $2,000. Man, I remember when phones used to cost like 39.99. No, I say 39.99. 3.99, 4.99 phones. Like they used to be so cheap, but nowadays, man, we got like $1,000 phones, $1,500 phones. If you get a flip phone, that's like almost close to $2,000. Like it's gonna get to the point where flagship phones are gonna cost two bands, right? And here's the crazy part. people are still going to buy them. And with inflation and the economy and everything going on, I don't know where we're going to be at economically if we're going to be able to afford these $2,000 phones in the future. If we won't, then something's got to change. But anyway, let's keep going.
Wow, that sure looks a lot like last year's $1,299 S24 Ultra. I mean, it's been a whole year, and what did they do? They made the edges a little boxier? Sure, I guess that's great. It's funny, it looks slightly thicker, but it is actually physically thinner. As much as I like boxy though, it is a little bit sharper in some places. Oh, and they also made the bezels a little bit thinner. So now the screen is 6.9 inches instead of 6.8.
Right.
Nice. And it's also a bit of a more durable Gorilla Glass on the outside, but just remember, it's still glass. Also, the camera rings on the outside are just a little more pronounced. Fancy. You know, but none of this really makes a huge difference to usability. To really understand this phone, you have to look what's happening on the inside.
Let me tell you something about Marquez, man. You know why I love watching his videos? Is because, number one, his team, he has some of the best editors and people who handle lighting, cameras, and it's so creative because forget about the fact that he's reviewing a phone. Just the cinematography altogether is impressive because I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. That transition is crazy. Like, he just watching the way how his videos are edited is entertaining enough to watch. Like, that's insane.
So, there's basically one major new thing to care about with this phone. See, if you watched the OnePlus 13 review, you know I talked about the 3 big pillars that a bunch of these new flagships coming out in 2025 are going to have. The Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, these super bright new displays, and silicon carbide batteries. All pretty awesome technologies. But this new S25 Ultra only has one of those things. It has the Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. It also doesn't have IP69. It doesn't add Qi 2 magnets. It doesn't bring back the 10x zoom or even add high-frequency PWM dimming. They even actually downgraded the S Pen, which I'll get to in a minute. They have just played it incredibly safe with this phone. They just took last year's award-winning flagship phone and did the bare minimum, a spec bump. And here's the thing. Samsung in the US has risen to this point where that's kind of all we realistically expect from them anymore. It's kind of the same thing with the iPhone, by the way, because in places like the US, where they're huge, they just actually don't have pressure to compete directly against the Vivos and Xiaomis and Oppos of the world because those guys don't have any meaningful traction in the US. So Samsung has established themselves as the go-to safe option for so many people. So now that they have, of course they're playing it safe. So I and other reviewers will say things like, well, if you want another great phone but has a brighter display, IP69, a way better battery life, faster charging, and a $400 lower price tag, you can get a OnePlus 13, and it'll be awesome. Now, you won't really find it in most carrier stores around here, but you can find it if you know what you're looking for. And it doesn't really work with every carrier. Like Verizon, you can forget about it, but I can't daily it on AT&T only really because they don't support Wi-Fi calling on devices that aren't officially carried by them. So in this soundproof video studio, I can't make calls all the time, so it's just brutal for me, but you could probably still make it work. Or how about if you just want a flagship with better cameras across the board? Vivo X200 Pro. It's the obvious choice. You'll have to import it if you know what you're doing, and most people don't, but that's a good option. And look, I could go on and on, but here, as long as people in the US buy their phones from carriers, which they do, and as long as they keep putting out phones that play it safe and don't totally suck, which they are, then they will continue to be the go-to and people will just keep buying them and they will never feel threatened. So this phone plays it safe, doesn't totally suck. That new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip is really good. It's the best part of this phone, honestly, compared to last year. The phone is fast as hell. It benchmarks crazy high, rivaling Apple's A18 Pro chip. It's a little lower in single core, but it's actually higher in multi-core. And using this phone, it's just so smooth. It's smoother and more efficient than ever before. So I have nothing but good things to say about the performance. Samsung also paired that chip with a 40% larger vapor chamber, and none of my regular use has gotten anywhere near warming up this phone. And it looks like all the international versions of the S25s are all going to get this new chip. So no Exynos chips in certain regions. Everyone is going to enjoy this performance. But that's also all going to be true about basically every other flagship that comes out in the Android world for the next 10, 11 months. So if you pick this phone, it won't be because of the chip. It will be because of Samsung's stuff, all their software, One UI 7, and the AI features they've chosen to add. So Samsung's software is good. It just got this big overhaul with One UI 7 on top of Android 15. And the longer I use it, honestly, the more I like it. I do keep seeing features that are clearly inspired by iOS, which is totally normal, but they've kind of done it in their own way. So like instead of the total dynamic island copycat like OnePlus did, they have this new Now bar at a more reachable spot at the bottom of the phone that shows ongoing activities like timers with Samsung's timer, or ongoing navigation instructions with Google Maps, or media with Spotify. And if you click it, it'll expand and give you more info. So that's nice. Or the new notification shade, which is swipe down from the right for quick controls, or swipe down from the left for notifications. Where have we seen that before?
Right.
But with this one, you can actually then swipe back and forth between them, and you can change which side is which in the settings if you want to. So that's nice. The new lock screen customization is also clearly inspired. Hold down on your lock screen to bring it up, play with the clock placement and the styling and font weight.
I swear, Samsung and Apple is like forever just copying each other's styles, just until the end of time. Like that whole swipe with notifications, it's crazy. But it's like every year, it's like they come out. Apple comes out with something, Samsung copies with their next phone, then Samsung comes out with something, and then Apple copies on their next one. It's like these two companies will forever copy each other. It's kind of funny.
But there are way more styles and options with Samsung's here. And then, of course, there's all the new AI stuff, some of which is good, some of which is pretty weak, I've found. So I've used the object eraser in the Photos app, for example, a few times. It's really good. If you ever need to remove a background object with AI generative fill, this is one of the best ones. The natural language search in the settings and the gallery also really good. I love just being able to find a setting buried in there with hundreds of available options just by saying the right thing. And finding an old photo by describing it is even more cool, and it actually works. AI select is decent. I was hoping it would be a little more responsive and react more obviously to different contexts on my screen, but I like that it lets you quickly summarize something text related or make a GIF quickly from something like a video. I'm still more of a circle to search guy though. The daily briefs though, honestly, not that good. Every time I click it, I wonder why it's being shown to me. It's barely AI. It's just like, here's your calendar again, here's the weather again, here's a single random news story and maybe a Spotify playlist. That's it. I'm gonna turn this one off. But worst of all is actually the unknown cost. See, I don't know if you caught it, but Samsung's messaging about all these AI features has been, they're the greatest thing ever. They're the biggest new features on these phones, but also free until the end of 2025. But then what? They haven't said. So, clearly these AI features, they've cost some money to develop and they cost some money to run. And so they're free for now, but we don't really know at what point is Samsung going to start charging for them? How much are they going to charge? Part of me thinks Samsung doesn't even really know the answer to that question yet. They might be reacting to other companies or waiting for others to make moves first. But just in general, it's not great to have that looming over your head as a user. Also, I feel like I need to do some sort of AI commercial versus reality comparison at some point or something, because I don't know about you, but I don't know how long it's going to be before we get to the point where I ask an AI to plan a trip for me, and then I just follow the trip blindly. I still want some control. I don't trust it that much yet. Now, even now, Gemini on this phone, plus a few plugins, lets it do some more interesting and complicated things. Like it can reach into apps and do compound tasks. So I can say things like, look up the next Brooklyn Nets home game and add it to my calendar. And it'll do it. And I've done stuff like that and been impressed, but then I'll see one or two little errors in it and it's not quite 100% accurate. And then it kind of breaks the illusion of the magic. And I don't feel like I would trust it to do the bigger things. So that's a story for another day, though. Here's something about this phone, though, that really summarizes so many of the thoughts I've had about it. This is one of the only phones with this, the S Pen, a super precise stylus that fits into the side of the phone. Already a pretty niche feature. They first added it to the Ultra from the Note series with the S22s, and they've continued adding capabilities to it over the years. This year, Samsung removed the Bluetooth functionality from the S Pen, which means it can no longer be used as a remote control shutter for the camera or for any of the media playback controls. And the old S Pen, which does that stuff on the old phone, doesn't fit in the new phone. So they took a feature away. And the justification was, well, the data shows that people didn't really use it. Less than 1% of people ever actually activated that feature on the phone, so we just got rid of it. And logically, I guess that does make sense, but if you follow that logic out, many people never even use the stylus at all. Why not remove that? And I think the answer is right in the name. It's supposed to be the Ultra. It's supposed to be the phone for cramming in tons of extra features, extra little things for the small amount of people who will actually use them and notice them and love them. If we didn't want all that, we'd just get a regular S25. Like Samsung, you know you just added log to the camera app, right? Like, this is a feature almost no one is going to even know their phone has, but for the people who will use it, like maybe a YouTube creator who has an entire car channel that they run where they just shoot it on phones, it's awesome. It's going to be a great feature. But, okay, it doesn't add to the bill of materials, so I guess you don't have to get rid of that. But what about the new 50 megapixel ultra-wide camera? It's been a genuinely nice upgrade. It still bins to 12 megapixels, but all of my ultra-wide shots now are much sharper corner to corner, and in darker light, the better sensor gathers more light and gives more usable images consistently. It's something a lot of people wouldn't have noticed, but in the Ultra, it's worth it. So when Samsung says they got rid of the Bluetooth and downgraded the S Pen, it's not that that decision doesn't make logical sense, it's just that we wanted the reason to be we got rid of that so we could fit in this other awesome feature that we just shoved into this phone because it's crammed with useful stuff. But there's none of that. Like, this phone is supposed to be the best that they can offer. It's in the name, it's what we pay the premium for, but this specific decision it's just the most obvious example of we're not really concerned actually about that here. It's more like we could save a few cents per unit and continue to appeal towards the masses. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that's why this phone also doesn't have a silicon carbide battery. I'm gonna guess that's why they didn't spring for IP69 certification. I'm guessing that's also why they didn't add G2 magnets into the phone itself, because even without that stuff, this phone is still fine. Honestly, it's still really good. Even without a huge display upgrade, this is still absolutely one of the best displays. Super crisp, very bright, high refresh rate LTPO, and it's got that underrated anti-reflective coating. Media looks great on it. Games look great on it. It's just not the best. The new chip works wonders with efficiency, and battery life has been awesome on this phone. I've ended days with 30-40% left, but it's not the best. But hey, it's still awesome. The rest of the cameras beyond this ultra-wide are basically staying the same as last year, and they've turned out to be totally fine too. Plenty of speed, great autofocus, a little bright sometimes and kind of overprocessed, but that's the Samsung thing for a while. They're awesome, but not the best. This phone, this S25 Ultra, is awesome, but it's missed out on an opportunity to be the best. And I think for $1,299, it's fair to expect the best. So it's been fascinating watching the competition catch right back up, watching the lack of pressure show itself. And it's crazy how fast we went from last year being like, why would you buy anything else? To this year saying, you could buy anything else. Now, a couple other things that didn't quite fit into the rest of this review/rant. One, the battery does seem to charge a little bit faster. Not a lot faster, but a little bit faster. And the hardware in general, I think it feels a little more generic, yes, but there's still some thoughtful stuff. Like, they flipped the SIM card tray to the opposite orientation, which doesn't sound like much, but more than once I've poked the microphone of a phone instead of the SIM card ejector port because of a confusing location, so I appreciate that. The regular S25 and S25 Plus have basically every single software and AI feature that I've talked about for this entire video, and the new Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. So my initial thoughts about maybe the cost of the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy being like a big bump, making them feel the pressure, trying to squeeze down like other cost savings on the phone, taking out Bluetooth from the S Pen. I thought that might hold water, but not anymore, because these phones still have it, and they are $799 and $999, and probably a better value for most people. But for the enthusiasts, you know, those of you who would watch a whole 18-minute YouTube video on a new phone before choosing to buy it or not, now you know. The tables have turned. But also now, shout out to Best Buy for sponsoring this portion.
Yep, that's it for me right there. That's the rest of the video. But yeah, this is crazy. We are so it's weird because nowadays it's kind of like a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. If you buy a flagship phone that's supposed to have all the bells and whistles, but then the company decides, well, we'll give you some of the bells and whistles, right? We'll give you some, but we're just gonna dial it back at the same time. And it's like, if you pay like over $1,000 for a phone, in I understand like the cost for the hardware, the software, the money that it takes to run certain features to have it continuously, or the services that the phone may have installed in it. Um, if you, I get there's costs for that, but it's kind of like they already know all that beforehand. So it's like, and which is why the cost of the phone would be justifiable, right? But it's like, if you're gonna call a product a pro, a ultra, mega, super, whatever adjective you want to use, um, it's like, just put everything in the phone. Put it in the phone. Here's another thing. Like, I've always wondered, do we need a phone upgrade every year? Like, I feel like we don't necessarily right now in the phone space and in the tech world for the phone space, every year when a phone comes out, whether it's a Samsung, Apple, Google, even with the Pixel series, um, OnePlus, um, I'm trying to think of another phone company that's been, you know, but anything of the sort like that, right? Every year when these phones come out, it's kind of like you could have waited another year before you do this keynote. Like we don't need a new phone every year, I don't think. I think like 2 years should be like the time span for a new phone, because number one, I feel like it would create more hype for the product, because if you just get it every year, because I swear to God, the iPhone 15 just came out, or the 16, the 16 just came out. We're already talking about the 17 now, and it's like, let the 16 have its moment first. Let it breathe a little bit. Let somebody buy a 16 and enjoy the fact that there's enjoy the fact that this is the latest phone for a while, right? And it's like, the 17 is gonna come out this year. Like, the 16 just came out a few months ago. Apple Intelligence, I think, is fully out now. I think, or maybe it's um still, some things are still in beta. I don't know. But by the time it comes out, then the 16, if you were to buy a 16 or a 16 Pro, I should say, you'll get the full benefits of Apple Intelligence and the phone itself. So it's like, but by the time you get the full benefits of everything, the 17 is only a few months away until the keynote comes out. And now there's a whole new iPhone 17. And I feel like a year isn't enough time to really push innovation in technology. Like right now with AI, you can kind of do like small mini updates at a time because it's kind of like a free fall at this point. But it's like you really can't um you really can't do anything really impressive unless, like, you probably could, but they're not really doing anything impressive every year now. These phones that comes out every year, they're like minor updates, like minor. Now, the argument could be, well, you don't have to buy a phone every year. You could just wait. And yeah, that's true. You could just wait. You don't have to buy a phone every year. But it's like there's this thing about us that makes us kind of mad that we just got the latest phone and now a new latest update come out, and then say like this new phone comes out, there's an update on there that you've probably been waiting on for, like, let's say there's a feature that you've always waited for a specific phone company, whatever you like, you're waiting for them to put this feature on the phone. You've waited and waited and waited year after year after year. They don't do it. And then you just cave. You upgrade your phone, right? You finally upgrade your phone after like 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And then the moment you upgrade your phone, the next phone that comes out finally puts in the feature that you wanted. And you're like, well, damn. Like, you waited so long for them to do this. You finally upgrade your phone. And then the next update, it's like, now we finally do it. That's kind of what happened to me in a way, but that's neither here or there. But it's we just don't need a new phone every year. I think we just need 2 years minimum, you know, to really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give it 2 years on not just phones, but really all devices. Like 2 years to make a brand new phone, 2 years to update your laptops, computers, graphics cards, anything. Give it 2 years, and I promise you, it's like if you do it every 2 years, then it's more fulfilling and it's more exciting to buy the products. And you're expected more things. It feels like more of a major upgrade if it's every 2 years than every 1 year. So, just my thoughts on that. Okay, we're gonna watch one more video. This is a AMP video. They just dropped this a few days ago. It's called AMP Got Talent. So their spin on America's Got Talent. Uh, I love AMP. I've watched them for a good minute now. So let's see what they got here.
Welcome to
See what they got here.
Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, home of AMP, where today people from
Shout out to Atlanta, because that's where I'm at.
all over the country have descended upon the 114-year-old tabernacle feeder. Today on that stage, one lucky person will sign a contract and become the first face of AMP's new brand Tone and get their face on a billboard in Times Square. This is Tone Got Talent. Now, let's introduce our judges. Give it up for the members of AMP. For the first round, the members will judge all of our contestants. If they want to end their performance early, they can hit the red button and move on to the next contestant.
Oh, hell nah. What the?
Oh, okay.
Hey.
I'm Elijah McCravey. Okay.
Hey, hold it down, hold it down, y'all, hold it down, hold it down. No, I want to hear you. Go ahead.
What about you puts you in the forefront to become the new face?
My natural body odor.
You mind if I take a quick? Yeah.
For the deodorant, I smell. Okay. You can ask anyone around me. It's so repugnant that they can probably smell it up there.
God. Thank you, bro. Hey, be easy, bro.
First of all, Um. uh. All right. Having going raw natural on your scent is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my goodness. That was an interesting pitch. I stink, so I should be the spokesperson. Yeah, I think I can smell it. What's the word, man?
My name is Brandy Nicole. Let me tell you a little something about this product right here called Tone.
What's going on here?
Oh, so this is the Tone lip balms. Because the first thing people notice about you is your lips. Because it's the center of your face. Let me tell you why. And it smells so good. Today is gonna be phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Because we already know the vibes. You know, we gotta set the tone. Not only is it for my tone, for your tone, for your tone, for your tone, for your tone.
Body bag.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta stay nice and in the zone. Come get this tone.
Okay.
Great pitch.
I got on cologne. I got on that tone. Okay, I like that. I got on that tone. I got on that tone. Actually, I like that a lot. I like the creativity. The wordplay was good. I like it, in my opinion. That was tough. Okay.
Really thought I was coming here to serve somebody a 3-5, but...
Serve someone what?
Drugs. Hey, hold on. I ain't say that. I'm basically here to move that product, because that's what I do. But now, I'm trying to go legit, and I'm trying to move this product.
Okay.
I basically been moving product my whole life.
Can you sell me the product?
Tone, the hottest thing smoking in the city. It could be the hottest thing smelling in the city. If you don't put that tone on, your whole day gone wrong. I saw you.
He saved him.
You got no trigger finger.
He saved him. You saved him.
You itching. If I intrigue any of y'all, holler at me in the back.
I was confused. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what's going on.
Like y'all was
guerrilla
marketing right there. Hey there.
I like your suit.
Finally, some professionalism.
Some talent.
So I do magic. I heard a rumor that one of the members of AMP isn't so keen on magicians.
Not everyone likes magic.
Yeah.
My mom does, though.
Are you a magician? Oh.
I got PTSD.
See the long rope here? If I take this and stretch it and stretch it and stretch it longer.
He's good with his
They're the same size.
That's what I do.
Nobody clapped. It's okay. All right, I need to borrow a $5 bill. Who's got a 5? You may have a $5 bill. You have a 5?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
And it just broke your. Oh no!
You ripped the
He
$5?
just ripped your $5 bill, gang.
Agent, you gonna let him rip your money like that?
This is his 5. Watch the 5. It goes inside this handkerchief here. I gave you that bag. What's in the bag?
It's some deodorant and this got tone.
All right, hold it up. Take the top off.
There's no way that $5 bill is in there.
Unfold it and see if that corner I gave you matches that corner.
What the
It don't matter, right?
It does match.
Perfect match.
No.
There you go.
That's
Hey,
impressive.
so how is that gonna help us sell tone?
Just the money appeared in that tone is enough to sell it.
He turned my 5 into 5,000. I'm not gonna lie. Through everything I do, we've seen so far, he got the talent. I'm not gonna lie, he actually displayed a level of talent and mixed it in the creativity of the product. You know, I loved it, honestly. Me
And you
personally-
hate magic. Thank you.
No, I got PTSD on it. I don't hate magic, I just got PTSD with magicians. But you, my guy, you just set the tone, bruh.
Thank you very much.
No, wait. Where's my 5? It's ripped. I need my 5. I will be coming to collect.
Agent, you're not getting your money back, bro.
All right, let's bring in the next contestant. It's
Okay, my dog.
My name is Onyx, the slam poet.
They call me the hood female reconstruction worker.
Hey man, it's your boy Joe and this man. How y'all doing? But I go by Jah the God. You already know what it is. He said, no, he don't. No, he don't.
Drop it like it's paid.
Drop it like
Beatboxer.
Drop it like it's hot.
How the f is that gonna help us sell tone? But niggas like beatboxing, bro.
Who the f you go to the show with last night?
Oh!
All hood up on some tramp. Now tell me who she was.
Where is that from? Do y'all not know where that's from?
Friday.
Karen Davis didn't know where that was from.
If your skin is ever ashy or your pits is smelling nasty, you need to get some tone.
Did he say if all your pictures you smelling nasty? Is that like, how do you how do you smell a picture? In all your pictures, you be smelling nasty. I probably think it's too much into it.
Oh, come on, I gotta be in the commercial, bro. Bring in the next contestant.
I saw a shorty at the store today, posted up in the middle of the aisle. I caught her scent. Grapefruit, I think.
Tone, I'll show you how to put that on. Somebody bring me the lotion.
Okay, what the f?
Oh, you wait.
Hey, don't disrespect it now.
Hell no.
Hey, you been non-stop,
Because I want you. I was coming out here today to show you some tone, baby.
You trying to roll that shit out with some tone?
Transported to dreams of our life together. I'm lost in thoughts of her. And in Poi points, I hear my love's name. Tone, they said.
Ooh, wow. This freaky as hell.
Hey, dude, cause y'all trying to rub her down now.
Hey, this smell good though. No bullshit. Good.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I just wasted $7 in tone. You just wasted $7 in tone.
You wasted tone.
Hey,
don't waste tone no more. I appreciate y'all, man. The real ones rock.
Wait, hold on. What the hell does a robot know about moisturization and shit? Our spokesperson can't be a clown.
He did not set the tone.
I feel like with tone, you gotta set that energy. Energy is smelling good, looking good, you know what I'm saying? So that's all about tone. You feel me? Y'all can boo me all y'all want. But like I said, if y'all gonna press that button right now. You look good, you smell. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, goodbye.
Is there anybody in the stands that want to come and see you? You, the girl in black. You, yeah. Come down.
Okay.
All right.
There she is. Let's see what we got going on, man.
What's good? My name is Joylia, Melody God.
I'm not gonna lie, we looking at you in the crowd. We seen everybody vouching for you, so we gotta see.
Oh yeah, no.
We gotta see what you about.
Tone. So many people use your balm and spray. Tone.
Ooh.
So many people stink, so go and use that deodorant today. When you hop out the shower, go use that lotion, cause you know it works. Show them your worth and your hygiene.
That was good.
What's up? I appreciate y'all.
I ain't gonna lie, she might be the most talented so far.
We good. I'm Dane. I'm Chase. Hey, I think we should do a tone jingle for y'all. Can we talk about some tone? Girl, this tone, it smells so good.
Okay.
Can we talk about some tone? Damn. Girl, this tone, it smells so good.
Okay. I like that right there.
Next up, what you got for us, man?
What's your name?
Realist K. So I'm about to sing like an original song, and I hope you guys like it. And I'm moving quiet.
Ooh.
And tell me why the crying.
Ooh.
Your love is toxic.
Oh my God.
Your love is toxic.
His falsetto is amazing. I swear there are some talented people in Atlanta that just, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of diamonds in the rough, like, realistically.
Ooh!
Thank you so much.
First off, that was tough. How you feel about that, Chris?
That was amazing. I don't like that I heard booze. Why did I hear booze? Like, he didn't just kill that.
You gonna learn in life, you know what I'm saying, that especially in 2025, be hating, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
It is what it is,
you
man.
gotta fight through it, and that was amazing on my end. So
Thank you so much.
I liked it. It didn't have much to do with tone, but you got a nice voice, though.
Better make a decision, and we'll come back to y'all, let y'all know what it is. All right, y'all?
You heard?
We can't have too many singers, bro.
They wanted guys. They made a nice melody. The whole crowd was singing with them.
That's stupid. It would have really been tough if he spelled out the rope in tone letters.
Oh. Why can't I just be the face of tone?
See what I mean, bro?
Okay.
Davis, I swear. Oh my God, that's funny.
selfish.
How about Henry?
Actually, I told Henry he was my backup in the beginning.
He did say that.
How will you know when you found like the person? You'll just know.
Let's go.
All right, gentlemen, we saw the first round. We gotta narrow it down to where we feeling, where we at.
Very tough decision so far. A lot of talented people out here.
Yeah, and you know, before Davis gives you guys the answer, I want to say you guys are all so very talented.
Like, y'all all talented. Like, before we just like, yeah.
Hey, before we made a decision, I just want to let y'all know y'all all very talented.
Very talented,
Hey,
very
hey,
talented.
no cap though. Before we choose the final four, I just want to let all y'all know, everybody standing on the stage, all y'all are really talented.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to get started, but first, I gotta tell y'all,
Y'all are really talented.
y'all also very talented, man.
Yeah.
Wait, who the f is this? Oh! Circus by day, thug by night.
Guy right here, you're eliminated.
Oh my, oh, is somebody jumping?
Whoa, somebody,
Hey,
yeah.
can we get somebody to jump him? Take your shoes.
Take everything.
Just to be here, get on stage, it was a nice opportunity.
Jah to God, you're eliminated.
Definitely missed out on me for sure. It is what it is. I'm definitely thankful for the opportunity though and glad that I went to go do my thing. It's my first time ever performing on the stage. Jah the God.
The that stinks, you're eliminated.
Guys in white grabbed me. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna die. Strategy of being the smelly guy wasn't the best idea.
Who dropped the ball when you was juggling? My will holler at you. You eliminated.
Damn.
He's a good dude, man.
Duke little girlfriend or whatever.
Hey, hold on.
No, why you walking up? Why you walking up?
I just wanted you to say, I just want to say I love you, man.
Hey, get her, hey, escort her. She eliminated, bro. Get her out.
She's eliminated.
Get her out of there. Yeah.
He think he's slick.
Red dress, you're eliminated.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What? Agent, are you serious?
Are you
I swear I thought the red dress was gonna at least make it through. And she wasn't too bad. Like she had a good slogan. That's surprising.
serious?
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Now this is where it gets crazy.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It's only 7 of you left. But now 6. Because Orange Coat, you're eliminated.
Oh!
I just went out there and showed them what I do best, you know? So it is what it is. I had fun, though. You know, hey, I don't know how I got here, but I'm here.
At this
Mix
point,
it up a little bit.
I'll be honest, it's a really tough decision. It's almost like there's no way to be right.
This was a hard-fought decision.
This is a tough one, man.
Who y'all think should win?
Hey, I'm having a hard time picking, so the 2 in the white, y'all eliminated.
Oh!
Which I
Hey, I got you. I like you a lot. The poet, you're eliminated.
It's all love, though.
Like all-stars of NBA halftime out there. It was just a blessing to be able to get out there and use that as a platform to share my art. It was really special. Electric.
That's where it gets
Always
crazy,
have a good
bro.
positive attitude.
Crazy. I don't like magicians. You out of here, bro. We was talking back there,
Kind of saw that
and we
coming,
lost
though.
somebody with personality. We lost somebody who was funny, and wasn't too much on the singing side. So, green vest, you're eliminated.
Damn.
Shout out Miami-Dade, shout out Broward.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't get chosen, I wasn't the first one eliminated, and that meant so much to me.
Congratulations, let's make some noise. They moved on to round 2. We'll see how deep you guys can get in your bag, man. I don't know if you have a second thing planned, but you better start thinking.
For our second round, our finalists will have one more chance to impress our judges and win that billboard spot in Times Square.
Let me set a tone. Let me put it the on. When I spray, you know I got it the on. I know I'm smelling good. Let me set a tone. Let me set a tone. Let me set a tone. Thank you.
All right.
This next one's called Wait For Me. Temptations is knocking on your door and you waiting. Once you hold me close, baby, I'll go wherever you go. Even if it means that I'm
Hold it down.
tonight. I'm a 20-year-old artist from Toronto. Whether you choose me or not, I'm just glad to be here. Thank you guys so much for real.
Hey, you did good.
Thank you.
You did good.
Great mindset.
Seriously.
Thank you, man. Thank
Good job.
I don't know why they hating on bro though. Like, he doesn't sound bad. It's not perfect, but he doesn't sound bad though. Anyway.
Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let you go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you.
Well done.
When they singing it back, that's influence, bro. He not thinking, oh my God.
I think something about like getting people engaged.
Yeah, but look, they singing hood classics.
I'm aware.
All right, let's get this thing going.
All right.
Young fella in the middle from Toronto. You have been eliminated.
Clap it up.
Two fellas on the end right here. Can y'all step?
Wait, hold on. Weren't there 6 of them? Did I miss something? How did we get from... Wait.
Didn't get chosen, I wasn't the first one eliminated.
Bag, man. I don't know if you have a second thing planned, but you better start thinking.
For our second round, our finalists will have one more chance to impress our judges and win that billboard spot in Times Square.
Oh, nah. I don't know why I thought there was 6.
When they singing it back, that's influence, bro. He not thinking, oh my God.
I think something about like getting people engaged.
Yeah, but look, they singing hood classics.
I'm aware.
All right, let's get this thing going.
All right.
Young fella in the middle from Toronto. You have been eliminated.
Clap it up.
Two fellas on the end right here. Can y'all step forward?
What's y'all dreams? Like, what do y'all want to do?
we was really coming to be artists. Remember, came up with what we had to come up with, but just be an artist.
You can step aside for a second. Ma'am to the right, may you please step up.
Let me talk to her. Why do you believe you should be the face of Tone?
I believe I should be the face because I am living proof of setting the tone. And when you presented the opportunity, for me, it set a tone to like, no, you need to go out here and do what it is that you do and show and prove to yourself, first and foremost, that no, this is what you are. Setting the tone is reflective of that, so.
Okay.
Good answer.
How well do you know AMP?
Well, the person that I know the most out of you guys is literally Kai from Twitch and from YouTube. We're both Sagittarius, so I fool with you off rip. You feel me? So.
Yo, can we bring you two back up here? How well do y'all know AMP?
Pretty good. I'm 18, so I grew up on y'all kind of, you know what I'm saying?
What's the earliest video you recall watching?
I think the boxing video.
Oh my! First video?
That's the first video. God damn.
What's your favorite?
My favorite video, one of Kai's first videos. It was a video when y'all dressed up in the Walmart outfits.
Oh,
Walmart. First
that was Kai's first video. Good answer, buddy.
Appreciate you, gang.
Give us a second to discuss over here. All right, you guys can step back.
We looking for people who know us. She doesn't know us. That's it.
They got the face for it. The other girl has the mindset and the voice for it. But he said we could be the PR for those.
Yeah, I low-key like the fact that they're not PR trained. That they just kind of grew up watching this and stumbled on this opportunity.
Yeah, these two are the diehard, and they're us.
I like that. Yeah.
I think it's the two dudes.
Okay. Sure, what you say?
Getting a chance to be a part.
No, I really like how they know this shit. Bro, not they, the left.
Yeah, but
I don't know what the right.
What if we just split the up?
Look though. The one that the crowd booed, he's the more talented one.
Right.
We don't need these same.
I mean,
we need these.
Not a label.
Yeah, we need these.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but the girls don't.
I feel like the girl's gonna win. I'm putting my money on the girl.
Tough. She's tough.
I get what you mean.
Listen up. You guys are absolutely amazing. Your vocals, the way you guys sing, the way you guys carry yourselves, we absolutely love it, but it had to come down to one choice, one option today on who is going to be the face of Tone. The lady on the right, and the way you explained yourself was amazing. The whole model behind it, the way you said, we found you in the crowd, had to come out here and set tone, and that's what we're about. To the gentleman over on the left, what stood out to us the most was asking you guys the question on how long you guys known us as a group. You said you only knew me. At the end of the day, we're a group and we are one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we put so much effort into this individually. To the winner and face of Tone. Is you guys right here.
Really?
This is only the beginning. You're now being introduced to who I am.
I'm
gonna see
surprised.
y'all for sure. There's no cap in that.
Congratulations!
Don't read it, just sign.
You just sign.
Just sign. Don't read it. Don't read it.
You don't need to turn. Yeah, we on here.
We appreciate y'all for sure. We're gonna make y'all proud for sure.
From waking up this morning, just being a fan of AMP to coming here and now you're a part of a brand, it's like what you dream of.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is dope.
Sure. Mind blowing for sure. Everything we can do to make this brand go, we're gonna do. Very excited to represent the brand for sure.
Wait. Chill. Okay. I'm okay.
Wow.
Chill. Hold on. Man, that's hard, man. That's hard, bro.
Crazy. That was a good video, though. That was a really good video. Okay. So, let's do some sound design. Let's do some sound design to kind of end it off. Well, the stream isn't going to end just yet. We still got like an hour or some change. I'll probably do some sound design within like the next hour, and then I'm going to end it from there. So but Here we go. I wanted to do like a little switch up today's stream by doing some video reactions because just to keep it uh how do you say just to keep it more fun that way. And then that's my way of showing you guys like a little bit of my interests of what I watch on YouTube. So far you've seen a video of me reviewing someone recreating in VFX water simulations within a minute, an hour, and 100 hours. And then that's my interest because I do graphic design with artwork and stuff like that for my own music and for someone else and whatever other projects I got going on. So that's a part of my creativity. So, and then the second video we watched with tech with Marquez Brownlee, simply because I am a tech fanatic. I love tech. I've always loved tech. I'm an Apple lover, but as time goes on, I slowly started to appreciate the tech and other devices as well, and then tech in general. So, and then AMP was the last video because those are the only people, with a few other streamers in mind too, that I heavily will invest watching. So, and plus, I kind of picked up a few things by just watching their streams on how they kind of do their streams. So that kind of inspired me to start streaming as well. So there you go. A little pieces of me that you guys get to see what I like to enjoy watching. And yes, there's going to be more video reactions as well. I can take that time and do that. You know, if I don't have like a song idea to start the stream off with or whatever, we'll just watch some videos together and just hang out. So even though this is my music channel, I will eventually in the future create a second channel with just reactions all together and then just leave this for just music purposes. But until then, and until I get like a more broader audience of some sort, we're just going to stick to just focusing on this channel in particular and growing this channel. And then once we get to a certain growth, then we will divide and conquer. We'll leave this channel to be just for music purposes, and then we will create a second channel for more reactions and stuff like that. So if you do like the reactions, let me know. But anyway, so we are all right. Let's just mess around in Serum and see what we can come up with here. One thing I thought of was, so some streams ago, I figured out this cool way of creating like these very computer glitches by just picking a random harmonic like that, and then going to the effects tab, turning on distortion, going to downsample, and then just moving the drive creates computer glitches. But I wonder what else, how else does it affects the harmonic? When you like press random keys, if you press random keys on your keyboard, you essentially get the same effect using the downsample, except it's not as clean sounding, but same thing. All right, so that's tube, soft clip is probably, you know, same thing. Hard clip. Diode. Diode 2. All right, we gotta turn that down first. This is some really cool. This is really cool for if you really want to create some really cool computer glitches. Literally, just do this. Okay. So they pretty much do the same thing, except you just get different kind of textures of glitches. Nice. I'm just testing what it does. X shaper. Oh, let's do edit B like this. So then so you can like essentially it's a shaper and you can if we move this like that. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter. But you can like kind of create let's just create like a random shape like that. Fun. Same thing, but except okay. Sign shaper. Yeah. Oh wait. That's fun. Stomp box. Doesn't really do nothing. Tape saturation. And then we're back to 2. Okay, cool. All right. Let's turn off distortion. And let's see if we can create a bass just using a simple. So what I did is that I pressed clear all of the default saw that you have in Serum, and I created this little harmonic point. So let's see if we can create a bass with that. I'd probably use bend minus for this. Okay, cool. Let's do bend plus. Same thing. Bend plus or minus. So what we could do, we can actually create a cool wavetable. Well, let me see something. Sync window. Asymmetrical. Okay. Okay. Flip. Not much to there. Mirror. And then you have all these remaps and stuff. Okay. Most likely bend plus and minus. So we'll just go ahead and create a wavetable. So we're gonna render oscillator A warp. So now that's the wavetable position. So let's turn this off. So if we take the wavetable position, and we can even There is some noise happening in the top end there, but you know, let's see if we can re-render that just to see. There we go. That sounds better. Cool. We go to edit. Let's fade the edges. Remove fundamental, normalize. Cool. One thing I wish, when Serum 2.0 is created, I hope that we get more processing features like in Vital and in Phase Plant. You can like take these wavetables and you can add like dispersers on it. You can add like an EQ functionality of how the wavetable comes in. You can add phasers and flangers to the wavetable, like stuff like that. That would be really cool if Serum 2.0 could implement this in the wavetable editor. So okay, so we got some options here. We'll just turn down the octave. Let's go down -4 just to see. That sounds like an old... We'll do his. Okay. There might be something here. A little swelchy. Maybe, sort of. I like the sync window. Ooh, that's a movement there. And let's kind of like create this. It should be that one bar then. So 2 bars. Okay, cool. Let's turn on a sub and direct out. And let's turn on oscillator B, and let's pick a wavetable that can kind of match that. And we will, since it's going in 16th notes, sounds like it's going 16th notes. It sounds like it's 16th notes. Remove fundamental, normalize. Yeah, let's do that. And we will do that. And let's turn on the filter, but just oscillator B. And let's do this. Yeah. Let's also turn down the random. And let's turn on the unison, just 2 voices. And let's do the same here. Let's also modulate the sub. Okay, cool. Really cool. Let's do some processing. Soft clip. Let's use some delay. Ping pong. Obviously, EQ. Sounds good. Reverb, maybe underneath. Pre-delay, width all the way up. There might be some phasing happening in the sub. Yeah, there is. So, let's fix that. First of all, let's make it mono. Cool. So now let's do some more processing. Let's get a distortion plugin. And then let's get OTT. And then we're just gonna look at this and see. Cool. We can probably put some, I don't really hear any harsh frequencies, but I mean, that's, the high end could be maybe a little bit. Let me turn on the metronome. So it should be at the... It should be like a little bit. Close, that's close. We can change the position. crazy. I'm just gonna make a drop real quick. This should be. Let's open up Splice. I also didn't think of this with EQ. I could just. Okay, let's see what else we can do with this. This time this. Go to... See, I didn't even know that bass was gonna do what it does, but it did it anyway. So see, this is just a simple idea. And it already sounds like a full drop once I add these. And you can make a variation, a different variation here. I'd probably change the that's a bit extreme, but let's see. Sometimes you just gotta let it, you know, let it be. You know what I'm saying? Like. We can change we can change the wavetable too. Like, it doesn't have to be that. So we can kind of. We can kind of do like something like. And we can kind of do this. Yeah. Like right here, we can just cut it here. Bring that down. Right. And bypass it. And we can just do that. This is like a best way, in my opinion, to practice drop arrangements and practice like creating like some really cool alterations in the sound. Like just breaking these two apart and just making it separate changes things. So like right here, I can break this up, duplicate it, bring this down, and make like a ramp that goes up with a coarse pitch. Or maybe not the coarse pitch, but I can use the global matrix, the global master tune, I meant to say, not the global matrix. Like something like that. So it needs to be a half. for this little turnaround right here, I'll probably focus on oscillator B and just kind of and just layer that on top. So that's really cool. But yeah, this was a little bit of little sound design situation. I'm gonna have to save these. I don't even know what to call these, so we'll just have to. It sounds like, what does this sound like? First of all, let's move this. We'll call it water. We'll call it water razor. Since I'm using that preset to, whatever. Water razor base. We'll save that. And we will save this. Do the same thing again. But and I guess I'll save this too. This one. Yeah. It just has a nice. It has like a nice turnaround feeling. So anyway, this might low key become a song. So we'll just call it stream track. I think this is track 5. I think so. Save that. So this might be a beginning of a new track. Who knows? So anyway, that's it for today's stream. I know it's later than usual. Normally I start my streams like around 7 to 9 o'clock ish, depending. But I took a nap earlier today and I woke up late, so that's why the stream is late. But I wanted to stream. So but that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching these reactions with me. And I'm gonna start doing some more reactions, like I said earlier. And it's a great thing for me to do because it can be like filler days when I'm not really inspired to like make a track per se. I need to look at this camera more. I keep like looking like at my OBS, but I need to look here. I'm only 2 weeks into streaming. I'm not used to looking at a camera that often. But anyway, I wanted to start doing some reaction videos to, you know, diversify the content a little bit more, though this is a music channel. But although it's a music channel, this is also me as an artist, but me as a person. So you guys get to see what I like to watch, what kind of content I love to indulge, the very questions I ask myself, and on the day-to-day basis on certain things that inspires me to learn more about. And just overall, if I don't feel like really making a track for a stream or sound design, it's a nice like chillax, like just kick back, watch these YouTube videos with me and just hang out, you know? So this is not we ain't gonna take this channel too seriously in terms of, you know, very calculated. Maybe in the future once I'm more established then it'll be different. But I want to try to stay as authentic as possible when I go on streams and just show you guys exactly how I feel, what I feel like doing at that time. So with that being said, let's play something. Let's play us out with something. Let's use that one track that we made on stream, that we finished on stream, and let's use that to play us out. So let's vibe out right now. You guys have a great night. If it's morning for you guys, good morning. And I will see you guys next time. Y'all take care. I'm gonna let this kind of play out a little bit more. Alright guys. See you later.